There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
Greetings everyone, and welcome to Dunwich Manor. That's right, I changed my name. Why? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's just because I like the name Dunwich Manor a little bit more than Dunwich Steps. I just like the sound of it, honestly. But that's what we're rolling with now. And yes, I did change the intro again. I've changed the intro like 5 or 6 times. I had to get a new computer because I lost my other computer finally died. It was only 6 or 7 years old, but I lost it. But now I had to create a new intro because I lost my other file, didn't back up. So that was irresponsible of me, but we're back. Hopefully I'll be able to keep pushing out content and not lose this computer. But anyway, today I am talking to you guys about the greatest zombie movie ever. And yes, I know what you're thinking, well, it's just an opinion. It is just an opinion. But it's one that I think a lot of people share. Am I 100% sure on that? No. But from what I gather, a lot of people will probably agree with me. But they might disagree with my reasons. So let me get this out of the way first of all. I am not a huge zombie movie fan. I've never been a huge fan of that subgenre of horror. It's all very much the same. It's kind of ironic saying that because I'm a big fan of slasher horror movies, which are very much the same every single time. It's just, I don't know, there's something about zombies that I just don't find particularly entertaining. That's a hard word to say when you're talking out loud. Specifically entertaining is what I'm trying to say. This zombie movie is one of my favorite horror movies of all time, so it does go against my not a big fan of zombie movies rule. Well, not rule, but mindset, I guess. And that is Return of the Living Dead. And I'm sure a lot of you guys probably enjoyed this movie or guessed that it was going to be this movie because of the thumbnail. That's a pretty big hint right there. But anyway, this movie it feels different than a lot of them. A lot of the zombie movies focus so much on the stress and the fear and the terror of having all these zombies, trying to get you and constantly trying to survive, which is fair. I mean, that's a very important part of a zombie apocalypse situation. But what I love about Return of the Living Dead is they make it so much fun. Every single cast member is just a ton of fun to watch and listen to what they have to say and how they interact with the zombies. It's just such a well-made movie, and the zombie designs themselves are super good. I mean, you got Tar Man. He's like one of the most famous zombies of all time. And the way he moves and his makeup, everything about that zombie is it's perfect. I mean, I love it. He eats brains. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the horror movie, the zombie movie that started the whole zombies eating brains thing. And it gives a reason for it. And if it's not the one that started, the whole zombie thing, they still perfect zombies eating brains. They give it a reason and make it fairly believable. It's a ridiculous movie, but they make that part fairly believable. The soundtrack is amazing. You get Leanna Quigley. I'm not saying this is a bonus, but of course Leanna Quigley is going to be naked again at some point, like she was in Night of the Demons. And I haven't seen her other movies, but it sounds like she does have her other movies as well. So you've got her as Trash dancing in the graveyard and all kinds of just bizarre fun scenes. It's such an 80s movie, and I said this about Night of the Demons in my review of that as well. It's very 80s feeling, and you get different characters. And see, I'm losing my train of thought. The character that I love the most is the main character, It's kind of hard to find a main character in this movie because it does follow a bunch of different people, but I can't remember his name. Great. He played Tommy Jarvis as well in Friday the 13th Part 6, but he does an amazing job. I'll put a picture of him right here. But he is just such a likable character, and he plays all of his parts so well that he's really believable, but you still know that he's clearly just having a fun time acting in what he's doing. So yeah, it's just a fun movie to watch. I mean, the gore in it is nasty. Like, there's this part where this lady zombie is just half of her, just her top half is tied down, and they're interrogating her, and while they're interrogating her, her spine is moving and like spinal fluid's leaking out, and it's so gross, but it looks really neat.
Why do you eat people?
Not people. Brains.
Brains only.
Yes.
Why?
And I can handle gore really well. It's just that it's just gross. I know a lot of people that are fans of like George A. Romero will say his movies are the best, which I think is fair. I think he probably makes the highest quality zombie movies, but I just find Return of the Living Dead more entertaining. It's just, there's something so charming about it, and I think it's pretty timeless, to be honest. And then the soundtrack for that one is amazing as well. It's not the most iconic theme song of all time, but it just sounds good. And then they have Do You Want to Party, or I don't know the name of that song, but they have that with the zombies, and yeah, they're clearly just having a fun time. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Even if you don't like zombie movies, I think this one is worth checking out, because it feels like more than just a zombie movie, even though it has most things that you would expect in any zombie movie. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Check it out. Let me know what you think of it, and I'll catch you all next time.